Congress like another planet in D.C.
What is y'all known for?
Home invaders, kidnappers, and head tappers.
This joint known for hitters. I ain't gonna hold you.
Head tappers. Kidnappers and head tappers.
Yeah.
Just stay out of our video.
Just a circle where nobody don't come.
Right now, spell owl. You can't spell it?
Spell it, bro.
Owl. Like, I'm about to go down aisle 9 and get me some toothpaste.
OWL.
A short clip of a live video of the murders posted to social media shows two men approaching this home right here. One of them fights with someone right about in here. Another pushes someone to the ground, maybe a woman, right about here. Then, as the men go up to the door to this house, there is a single gunshot. People scream, and then there are multiple gunshots.
Marquez Tony, he's just 17. In fact, listen to this. We learned that his birthday was just a few weeks ago. So such a young kid. Police say that he was shot and killed, like you said, right here at the Congress Heights Metro Station, the first homicide of the year.
It's the culture that we're living in now.
Today we will go over one of the most deadly hoods in Southeast DC. The hood we will go over today is Congress Park. Congress Park is the home of rappers like Paco Panama, Roddy Rax, 3 Soulja, and rapper Young Rich, whose paperwork. We will go over of him spinning Paradise, then getting caught on camera during, before, and after the hit. Some of Congress Park's fallen. Men are Keeman, who was by D-Lock 30 from Kenilworth and Woozy. D-Lock 30 would make a song dissing Keemon, and this would start the Kenilworth and Congress beef. But this is crazy because Woozy, who is from Congress, was locked in with Kenilworth and died around Kenilworth too.
Really dragging on you niggas. Long leg Keith thought he had me. Twice in the chest he was screaming, he smoking his ass, rolled him up in his class. I stay on his feet, but he stay in my ashes. I was told a knife cause I want on put it to use, I was working my grip. I was sitting down to C4M, I was sick. Came home off that, started playing with stick. Nigga ass tried run, he got hit with a fifth. Got hit in his arm, could've took off a limb. And I really did something, trying to slime for a jam. Man, do what I say or your and pants. Fuck you, but I stopped trying to catch me a fork. Get by them stores, swing over my door. My young nigga 15, he jumped off the porch. We up on them bees and we up on the score. First time on the rip, I was itching the clips. On Block 21 with the stick.
Another fallen Kenilworth member is DeCrazy 3, who was killed by another Congress Park member for stealing a bag after stealing the Za DeCrazy. 3 would go back around Daymen, and that's when Congress Park rapper Shay Bo, who DeCrazy 3 stole from, would spin Congress and kill her fellow Congress Park member. In this music video, you can see Shay Bo with her Vic DeCrazy 3, and she can also be seen with other members who now diss her in songs. They diss her by saying they are going to catch a dyke and crack her for DeCrazy 3 aka Low.
HB. Niggas can't even fuck with me no more. They ain't even on my level. Niggas can't even, niggas can't even fuck with me no more. They ain't even on my. Niggas can't even fuck with me no more. They ain't even. Niggas can't even fuck with me no more. They ain't even on my level. Bro said doing a deal with me like doing a deal with the fucking devil. Bitch, I got them bags for the low clientele. I got several. Bitch, don't hit my phone unless you wanna. I'm so fucking better. This bitch said I'm perpin', I ain't perpin'. That's just how I move. Bitch, you live out Merlin. I'm off perky swerving, shit to lose. Bitch, don't call my phone when I be driving. I be on the move. That nigga, your boyfriend, he a goof. His ass be moving loose. If you need some motion, come to Boasty. I can give you. You just bought one bag for 2 minutes. Came to bow, you coulda got. I used to run around with niggas. Ain't no shit, they ain't know what to do. Watch your mouth before you lose your man. I ain't fucking with niggas. I think everybody tired. Leave the niggas, then everybody step. Ain't fucking with Finn, I'm a real deal catcher. I'm on a theme with real deal pressure. Who wanna bag and shit? Got ass win some fat shit. Niggas can't see me. I run it up, but this shit won't easy. Niggas just mad, I'm running through weed. He older than me and he just wanna beat me. My young nigga 16 told him to get him a vet. He told me to get him a black. Say first nigga come through this bitch, so you gon' hit his flat. Gen 5 make a big ass match. 22, 23, 26, 27, 29. Nigga don't get out of line. Big 10 million, they bust young nigga in the spine. Good shit up, I ain't lying. Niggas can't even fuck with me no more. They ain't even on my level. Bro said doing a deal with me like doing a deal with the fucking devil.
Now we will get into the story of Young Rich. Young Rich is a rapper who I covered on this channel before, but now we will get into the paperwork of the Young Rich shootings. Young Rich good man would be killed named Mello, and this would make Congress go block to block and spin Paradise and MLK. But while spinning Paradise, Ariana Davis would be killed. Someone would post the story saying, "So the nigga Karan and his men went to go spin Paradise Mayfair. They drive around the circle. Once saw some niggas, then came back around, so when they hopped out, hitting the girl was in the car, just a few feet away from him, and ended up getting shot in the back of the head." Now here go the dumb part of the story. They parked the car around Congress Park. Where they from? They seen on video walking to the car, bout to spin, and then the fact they parking this car in front of places they live at in they hood is dumb. And the same clothes he spent in, he kept wearing them after that. Every day, and then after he killed the lil girl, they spent on a K right after that. And cameras tracked the car all the way back to Congress Park. Then they drove back around the park to they man house to get the gas can to burn the car. But they seen on video doing Alat to SMTH. Also, they didn't get to burn the car all the way, cause somebody called the fire department. And also these dummies left shell casings in the car while it was getting burnt. Then the same book bag they took to go spin with, they had in a music video. How dumber can it get? Oh my god, then this rock brain ass nigga kept every gun in his house, and the clothes he spent in a same book bag under his bed, he had switches and more there. When they brung him in for questioning, this nigga specifically said, "Hey, can you show me when I was right next to the car, dummy? But look though, all you young niggas stay out the streets, man. You don't even move us smart enough." Rest in peace to her. Now we will get into the paperwork. The person believed to be S2 is also seen unmasked, walking in and out of 1307 Congress Street Southeast at various times for more than an hour prior to the suspects leaving. S2 is described as a black male with a dark brown complexion and an athletic build, thicker, wearing a black long-sleeved athletic shirt, no hood, partially open with a white logo on the left chest, black athletic pants, tight on the ankle, and black shoes, boots, that appear too large due to the pant style. He appears to have a black skull-eep mask on his head with short hair on the sides. S2's walking gait appears choppier, as if his strides are shorter. Based on the physical characteristics, thicker build and walking gait, coupled with the clothing and shoes, this writer believes this to be the same person. Handguns were located in this bedroom, including on the bed under the pillows. Person 2 was interviewed on the scene. Following is a summary of certain portions of discussions between Person 2 and law enforcement. It does not contain all statements by Person 2. Person 2 stated that IT met Gregory approximately 2 years prior. IT stated that IT did not communicate with Gregory, but that they started talking 2 days ago. IT was shown a still photograph of the suspect from surveillance footage from the day of the murder, image I below, identified by other evidence as Gregory. Person 2 viewed the photo and said, "I don't know who that is." The detective showing Person 2 the photograph then asked whether Person 2 had ever seen the person in the photograph, and whether it was the guy Person 2 was with. Person 2 said, "No, I don't know who that is at all." The detective showed Person 2 at least one additional image, image 2, from surveillance footage of the suspect identified as Gregory. Person 2 denied knowing the identity of the person. A short time later, on scene, your affiance spoke with Person 2 and asked the name of the male IT was with when law enforcement entered the apartment. Person 2 said, "Young 3. Your affiant asked for the male's real name. Although difficult to hear Person 2's response because of noise in the apartment, the name provided did not sound like Karan Gregory. In a May 8, 2020 post to the Youngrich 3 Instagram page, Ran is pictured standing next to an individual consistent in appearance with the PDID photo of Dewan Simmons. Additionally, a photograph of Ran was obtained from his Instagram account and uploaded to the Morpheus face recognition system. The search yielded several individuals, one of whom was Karan Gregory, date of birth, January 30th, 2004, of 1331 Savannah Street, Southeast, apartment 10, who appears to be the same person in the Instagram posts. The nickname Ran is also similar to the first name of Karan, and he has ties to Congress Park. In the second interview, Person 1 was shown the PDID photo of Karan Gregory that was obtained via the facial recognition program. Person 1 identified the photo as the person it knows as Ran Ran. As a result, CCTV footage was obtained in and around Congress Park for the day of the murder. Below is a summary of some of the video footage that was reviewed. This summary is not inclusive of all the video obtained. The footage revealed 3 hooded masked subjects wearing all black clothing, leaving a building located at 1307 Congress Street, Southeast, at approximately 20:36 hours. One of the subjects was wearing a gray backpack. The suspects left the parking lot of 1307 Congress Street, walking east on Congress Street Southeast, towards 13th Street Southeast. Footage was obtained within the 3300 block of 13th Street Southeast that depicts, based on the timing of the video and the appearance of the individuals, the same subjects walking through the east alley of the 3300 block of 13th Street to the rear of 3323 13th Street Southeast, where they entered a late model black Audi Q7, bearing fraudulent Virginia temporary registration of 928797, by utilizing a key. For purposes of this affidavit, the first subject, hereinafter referred to as S1, is a thinly built subject with a brown complexion, wearing a black hooded jacket and black athletic pants with a white logo on the left thigh, and black shoes wearing a full face mask, only eyes and nose showing. S1 enters the Audi on the right rear passenger side. S1 is wearing latex gloves, which are visible when he grabs the door handle. The second subject, who is wearing the gray backpack, hereinafter referred to as S2, entered the front passenger seat. S1 and S3 are first captured on video footage from the rear of 1345 Savannah Street Southeast. This footage appears to be approximately 1 hour and 14 minutes slow, and the following times will be reflected in real time. At approximately 20:06 hours, S1 can be seen wearing a black long-sleeved top with a white shirt underneath, black athletic pants, and white athletic shoes. At approximately 20:07 hours, S1 approaches the front door of 1331 Savannah Street Southeast, apartment 10, and goes out of camera view. Approximately 5 minutes later, 5-1 briefly re-emerges wearing a gray backpack before returning to the location and going back out of camera. The events and acts described above occurred primarily in the District of Columbia and were committed as described by defendants, listed in the case caption. The Dodge Journey leaves the parking lot and is last seen driving west on Congress Street Southeast. It should be noted that S1 and S2 are consistent in appearance as Subject 1 and Subject 2, captured on the CCTV footage from the scene of the vehicle fire. A review of the open IG page provided by Person 1 also yielded a rap video posted on July 29, 2023, featuring Ran Ran and his associates, several of whom appear to be armed with firearms. At the end of the video, one of Ran Ran's associates says words to the effect of, "You nothings keep dissing me and my man for," on Woozy. "We really come up there. Drop 60 or more every time." 66. Your affiant is aware of an individual named Dawan Simmons, aka Woozy, date of birth December 13, 2002, who was shot on May 7, 2020, in the 4400 block of Quarles Street Northeast, and ultimately died from his injuries on May 11, 2020. On Monday, September 18, 2023, members of the Metropolitan Police Department executed a DC Superior Court search warrant at 1331 Savannah Street Southeast, apartment 10, at 0607 hours. A male, identified by himself as Karan Gregory, date of birth January 30th, 2004, and another person, Person 2, were found by law enforcement inside bedroom FI bedroom. 810 included a bed in the middle right of the room, a nightstand to the left of the bed, and a closet on the right side of the room, upon entry. Along the wall at the foot of the bed was a dresser. The room contained a lot of clothing and other apparent personal items. Gregory was not in the bed when law enforcement entered. Person 2 was. Following is a list of some of the items found and recovered during the search warrant. 83. Located on top of the bed, under several pillows, were 3 firearms as follows. Glock 19, 9mm firearm, gray-black camo look, with 1 round in the chamber and 18 rounds in the extended magazine. The firearm appeared to be fully functional and designed to expel a projectile by the means of an explosive action. Additionally, It should be noted that the firearm had an attachment affixed to the rear of the slide known as a giggle switch, to convert the handgun from semi-automatic to fully automatic. Glock 19, 9mm firearm, serial number BSCK 928. Black tan, loaded with 1 round in the chamber and 31 rounds in the magazine and equipped with a laser. The firearm appeared to be fully functional and designed to expel a projectile by the means of an explosive action. Additionally, it should be noted that the firearm had an attachment affixed to the rear of the slide known as a giggle switch to convert the handgun from semi-automatic to fully automatic. Privately made firearm, ghost gun. 9mm, gray-black, with 1 round in the chamber and 14 rounds in the extended magazine, with a laser sight. 84. Located under the bed in bedroom number 1 were the following items. Black duffel bag with assault rifle or pistol multi-caliber, loaded with 1 round in the chamber and 29 in the magazine. The rifle appeared to be fully functional and capable of expelling a projectile by means of an explosive action. Red-blue backpack with a caliber 5.56 V45mm Zastava Serbia, model PAPM85NP, SN:M85NP 006082, assault rifle with a wooden forend, loaded with 1 round in the chamber and 31 rounds in the magazine. At the time of the arrest, the rifle appeared to be fully functional and capable of expelling a projectile by means of an explosive. Located in the closet in bedroom number 1 were the following items. Gray backpack with black trim containing a caliber .223, privately made firearm, ghost gun, assault pistol with 1 round in the chamber and 29 rounds in the magazine. The firearm appeared to be fully functional and designed to expel a projectile by the means of an explosive action. Bag of latex gloves. Mail matter, at least 1 item of which bore the name Coran Gregory, and white long-sleeve shirt in the dirty clothes bag. Maryland hard tags, 5DH-XXXX, linked to a vehicle that was taken in an armed carjacking, 1 suspect, in Prince George's County in February 2022. 86. A Wales NCIC query revealed that the above-mentioned firearms were not registered to Defendant Gregory or FM number 1. A Wales NCIC query revealed that there were no firearms registered at the address of 1331 Savannah Street Southeast apartment. 10th. Interview with Person 2. When law enforcement executed the search warrant at 1331 Savannah Street Southeast apartment. 10. Person 2 was present in a back bedroom with Gregory. As described herein, several. The events and acts described above occurred primarily in the District of Columbia and were committed as described by defendants, listed in the case caption. After his arrest, the defendant was transported to Homicide Branch. After being Miranda warnings, he waived his rights and spoke with law enforcement. Following is a 10x10 summary of the defendant's interview. It is not necessarily presented chronologically. Defendant acknowledged that he lived at 1331 Savannah Street Southeast, apartment 10. The defendant described apartment 10 as having 3 bedrooms, his bedroom, his mother's bedroom, and his older brother's bedroom that was now the dog's room. The defendant stated that his bedroom is the one back to the left, and acknowledged that he was in his bedroom with Person 2 when the police executed the search warrant at the apartment. On more than one occasion, the events and acts described above occurred primarily in the District of Columbia, and were committed as described by defendants, listed in the case caption. When asked whether the firearms seized from the apartment were his, the defendant said something to the effect of, "I'm not answering that question." The defendant denied that any of the contraband recovered from apartment 10 belonged to Person 2. The defendant also denied any involvement in the murder of decedent AD on Mother's Day, May 14, 2023. The defendant indicated that he was with his mother for at least part of the day. The defendant was unsure of the exact time, but thought it was no longer light outside when he went out with his mother. 99. During the interview, the detective, who was seated next to the defendant, leafed through a series of photographs held in a folder. After the detective had closed the folder and shown the defendant a photograph of one of the firearms seized from apartment 10, the defendant said words to the effect of, "Hey, can you show me that picture when I was outside the car? I mean with that car right there?" The detective then showed the defendant the photograph from footage from the rear of 1324 Savannah Street, Southeast, that captures S1 at approximately 20:06 hours on the day of the homicide. The defendant acknowledged that the photograph was a photograph of him. 100. The defendant denied recognizing S1 in any other still photographs, including those taken from surveillance footage closer in time to the murder and those taken from footage from 1307 Congress Street, Southeast. 101. A detective showed the defendant the rap video posted to the Jungrich 3 Instagram account on July 29, 2023. When asked about some of his statements in the video, the defendant indicated that they weren't referencing his everyday life, but were just lyrics or words to that effect. 102. While he acknowledged that the gray backpack visible in photographs on the Jungrich 3 Instagram account was the same backpack recovered from his residence during the search by law enforcement, he denied that the gray backpack recovered from his apartment was the same backpack visible in surveillance footage from the day of the murder from 1307 Congress Street, Southeast. 103. The defendant also denied having any nickname, and specifically denied having the nickname Ran Ran. On September 29, 2023, Dallas McKinney was arrested in the rear of 1330 Congress Street, Southeast, in connection with an armed carjacking investigation. According to the paperwork for his arrest, as officers secured McKinney in handcuffs, they observed a firearm protruding from his jacket. Officers later recovered a tan Glock 19X 9x19 pistol with an attached black laser flashlight and a red, transparent, extended magazine. Additionally, it should be noted that the firearm had an attachment affixed to the rear of the slide known as a giggle switch to convert the handgun from semi-automatic to fully automatic. Based on a review of photographs on evidence.com, it appears that McKinney was wearing a long-sleeved blue shirt similar in appearance to that worn by S3 after the murder described above. As the interview progressed, Person 3 was shown single PDID photos of the person identified as S2 and Dallas McKinney. Person 3 indicated that IT did in fact recognize the person in the photo of the person identified as 5-2, but could not remember his name. Person 3 believed IT had known the person in the photo for several years, but was not sure. Person 3 identified Dallas McKinney as the same Dallas in the above referenced images. Person 3 indicated that IT has known Dallas McKinney for several years, noting that IT also went to school with Dallas's family member. 106. During a later statement under oath, Person 3 indicated that, during the initial interview, described in part in paragraphs 101 to 105, one of the investigators told IT something to the effect of, "If you give me information about cold cases, we won't look into you." Your affiant, who was one of the interviewers, denies that this statement was made to Person 3. Person 3 said that IT agreed to speak with the investigators about the cold cases, but did not recognize any of the people investigators asked IT about. The cold cases about which Person 3 was asked do not include the murder of AD. Person 3 said that IT felt like the investigators were trying to threaten IT to get information, but immediately clarified that IT did not mean that they were going to hurt IT. Rather, Person 3 felt that investigators were just doing their jobs, but were trying to get information out of IT. Person 3 indicated that I1 identified individuals from the photos and videos described above because IT recognized them, not because IT felt pressured by investigators. Additional information, 107. It should also be mentioned that during the early stages of the investigation, investigators received a series of text messages from an anonymous individual, claiming to know the identity of the shooter, framed as if one shooter, in this case. The anonymous individual reported it would only provide identifying information if he was paid $2,000, $1,000 up front and $1,000 after. The anonymous individual admitted to using a virtual phone number and would not provide information on his true identity or the identity of a suspect. 108. Investigators also received an anonymous call shortly after a reward flyer was made public. The caller initially stated that IT saw the entire shooting and wanted justice for the decedent. The caller reported that, while inside IT's apartment at 3708 Hayes Street, IT heard a barrage of gunfire as IT watched a movie. The caller then looked outside and saw a group of young guys that frequent the front of the building running through the breezeway as the shots were going off. When asked if IT saw anyone firing a gun, the caller responded that IT did not. However, the caller added that the guys were tucking guns in their waistbands as they ran. The caller added that these same young guys frequent a vacant apartment and provided the location of the apartment, 109. During the course of the investigation, your affiant learned that during an unrelated street gang investigation, a U.S. District Court search warrant, 23-SC-1313, was obtained for an Instagram account which is operated by an individual who is associated with the 37th Street Fox 5 crew. A review of the content revealed that, on May 26, 2023, during a live video that was initiated by the account, a subject with the Instagram account of 25Babyant made several comments during the live feed, one of which have claimed responsibility for the murder of AD. The excerpt is as follows. Text: I shot dat 10-year-old in paradise. Further investigation revealed that the Instagram account of 25Babyant is a private account, but indicated that it was created in March 2022, and has changed the username 7 times, including 1 time in the past 90 days. The portion of the account that can be seen by the public does not indicate any information related to the identity of the user or the neighborhood with which the user is associated. 111. As a result of these findings, a District of Columbia Superior Court search warrant, 2023 CSW 002264, was obtained and executed for the Instagram account of 25Babyant. 112. The RETM for the Instagram account was reviewed, and the excerpt was located pursuant to the initial information outlined above. A further review revealed that this page was a backup page to the main page of MG7 Lawrence, as the prior vanity names were as follows: Vanity Changes, Old Vanity MG7 Laurent, Backup, New, Vanity 25, Babyant 113. A registered emailed account ending in -j123@gmail.com was also noted. The full email account was visible to law enforcement. 114. It appears that this account is operated by an individual that resides or frequents the Baltimore area, as all the IP addresses logged within the account link to a Comcast IP address in Baltimore, Maryland. 115. The Instagram account also contained several short TikTok videos that appear to have been made by the operator of the account. The videos depict a black male juvenile, who appears to be between the ages of 12 to 14 years, and appear to have been filmed somewhere outside of DC 116. Communication noted within the account appears to be with others from the Baltimore area. The only communication observed linked to Washington, D.C. was participation in different live video streams with accounts associated with known D.C. individuals. No additional communication regarding the homicide was observed during the review. 117. Your affiant was able to ascertain the identity of the owner and operator of the 25Babyant Instagram account. This individual, hereinafter referred to as IndV1, was interviewed along with his mother. It was learned that IndV1 is 13 years old, and lives outside the city of Baltimore, although has family ties to DC. According to his mother, IndV1 does not have a cellular phone, and was in Baltimore on May 14, 2023, Mother's Day, with her, and has no outside means of transportation. 118. Based on the facts set forth in this affidavit, your affiant believes probable cause exists and respectfully requests that a judge of the District of Columbia Superior Court issue a warrant for the arrest of Dallas McKinney, black male, with a date of birth of July 12, 2004, and a PDID of 708962. That's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe.